What's up, guys? Anthony and Max here for Rev3 Games with even more E3 coverage. We just watched the EA press conference.
EA at E3. Oh boy, it sure was a good one.
They had things.
They showed off some things.
There were some bright moments. There was a lot of stuff that we already knew.
They kind of put their best foot forward first with Dead Space 3, which is, depending what you want from it.
We're really seeing a trend here. We saw this with the Resident Evil 6 gameplay footage earlier, and now with Dead Space 3, we're kind of watching the clock wind down on survival horror.
Survival horrors are not surviving so well, and they're turning into action games. That's kind of a thing. I mean, we see Isaac Clarke doing a commando role, and a lot of shooting of a a thing that looks sort of like a Dungeness Crab tropical plant.
So this one's got the drop-in, drop-out co-op with a buddy, who plays his friend, who
John
I believe
Carver
John
of
Carter
Mars.
of Mars. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's cool. It looked very Gears-ish.
It did. It
looked
pretty
super Gears-ish.
There's even a part where they went inside a bug and then had to get out,
Yeah.
Presumably by cutting it with their lancers, but I mean, we didn't see that far, so.
But it was a really quick gameplay demo. We didn't see a whole lot. I'm still excited to see what they do with it. I like the other two Dead Space games.
Yeah,
this definitely looks
they make
like
capable games. It just seems like they're taking it a little bit in a direction that people don't necessarily want to see.
It's a
of
tone
course,
change. I'm
it's
interested.
also they're showing us a sizzle reel. It could very well be just as much sneaking survival horror stuff as the other ones are, and they're just showing us the big action set pieces. We don't know that.
Yeah, that's true.
What else do we
That's
get to look
true.
at? We got to look at
right after that. They announced that the Battlefield Premium content.
Battlefield. Yeah, hey man, it could be Game of the Year edition, but instead it's like $50 just for a bunch of map packs.
So, but it's kind of their thing where they're going up against Call of Duty Elite, and what they want to do is they want to give you exclusive timed access to things if you're willing to buy them in bulk, buy them a little bit early. So if you buy into this, you get Karkand, which is already out.
Yeah,
you get, and then you get 4 other packs, and
close quarters, survival of the something, and
there's one that's
armored
weapon
kill
focused.
And,
one that is infantry combat focused. One that's vehicle focused. It looks cool. It's not really an Elite competitor because if you subscribe to Elite, you get a lot more of the social and video stuff. But okay, give it a shot. Maybe you like Battlefield. Maybe you want to get that stuff early.
A lot of people play Battlefield. My roommate plays it all the time. He's gonna love this.
Yeah, exactly. After that, we saw Medal of Honor.
Warfighter.
Gun shooter.
Yeah. So
plane flyer.
This, honestly, if you showed it to me and told me it was Battlefield, I'd believe you.
Yeah.
Because it's the Frostbite 2 engine. It's a lot of great stuff blowing up. It's a destructible environment.
Yep.
It looks fantastic.
Looks gorgeous.
We saw this mission where they were going after some Somalian pirates, kind of getting off a boat and going up on a beach.
Yep.
And shooting some stuff, some guns going off.
Condensation on your helmet.
Yep. There's
flashlights.
There's a great little breach motion. There's a little radial wheel that comes up when you're doing a door breach.
I like that.
And then you burst in, and it's a slow-mo breach sequence where you shoot guys in the face. Medal of Honor, door breacher.
Yeah. So not a lot new in that one. It is a great looking game. I'm waiting to see if there are gameplay features that are going to distinguish this a little bit more from other shooters.
Well,
but we haven't seen that yet.
The thing they've got there is they've got this sort of I forget what they're calling it. It's the world. It's sort of like if it was the World Cup soccer except with different Spec Ops teams.
Right. You can be people from different countries.
Yeah. So there's that, and they're trying to really push that this is playing a really exciting issue of Newsweek, but with more property damage going on.
Yep.
So there's that. Looks cool.
Yep. After that, they made a lot of sports-related announcements.
Sports.
The biggest one is they have the UFC license now, which used to belong to THQ. I am sort of interested to see what other THQ licenses might wind up in other hands this week.
That will be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, THQ's not doing so hot, so, could be anything.
No gameplay, no anything like that yet, just the announcement.
Nope.
And then they moved on to, their bigger franchises, their Maddens, their FIFAs. A lot of pushing of social.
A lot of that.
A lot of social.
A lot of that. People want to put things on Facebook, and that's great, I guess.
A lot of connection to your social feeds, a lot of mobile versions of games like FIFA, letting you get experience in the console versions, and that will translate to your career mode. Well, that stuff is cool if you're a diehard fan.
It makes sense because a lot of people play fantasy football, and this is tying that in. It's gamifying your apps and your social media and things.
Absolutely, they use that social.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
They use that social sort of segue to get into some SimCity announcements.
SimCity Social. Fuck you, Zynga.
Suck it, Zynga.
Coming for you. Yeah, what's up,
Turns out
Pinkus?
EA
Will Wright's coming right at you.
But now,
Little
wait a
houses
minute.
and shit.
What's the greater evil, EA or Zynga in a position of power
That's
over
a good question.
Facebook?
Yeah.
But this looks like classic SimCity games. Looks a lot like SimCity 2000 or 3000, with a little social bar at the bottom so you can see what your Facebook friends are doing. It's fine. It's SimCity. It's better than Farmville. We love it. Then they talked about SimCity, the new SimCity.
That looks really good.
Oh, the
It looks
Glassbox
really
engine?
good.
Oh my gosh.
Ah.
They showed off, more footage of everything down to individual cars, everything down to individual people getting out of train stations. They talked a little bit about social connection between your cities and friend cities and how your environment kind of affects your friends. And then they showed an orphanage burning or something, and you can see individual children.
It got really crazy.
Well-
And there's apparently anarchists that drive around in a van and firebomb stuff. That's seriously a thing that's in the game. It's going to be exciting.
We saw a dinosaur attack, which was sweet. It looks cool.
You can
We
also
don't
get
know-
traffic overlays and stuff like that.
lot
Google
of
Street
data
View if you
visualization.
want that. We like
didn't
Arsonist
see
better.
gameplay yet. It was just sort of overview stuff. We're going to see more of that this week, and I'm definitely very excited for it. I love SimCity. From SimCity, they went into Need for Speed.
Need for Speed. Criterion Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Oh,
Which,
man.
Yeah.
Open world.
Oh.
Just driving around.
Looks really good.
And they took the open world, I think, even more seriously than like Burnout Paradise did, because it was genuinely just like driving up and down these crazy staircases through mud pits.
Just hitting stuff, newspaper
it
machines,
was so
parking
good.
cones, stuff like that.
They showed kind of an updated version of Autolog,
Yeah.
which is going to like give you experience and put you on higher on the most wanted list.
I think, was
in
there some
comparison to your
social media
friends.
stuff in there too?
Everywhere.
Probably.
Guys, social media.
Guys, if you don't
Jump
have a
on this
Facebook, you should
bandwagon.
probably get a Facebook
Have
because
you heard
apparently
of
it's a
Twitter?
great video game. But yeah, that looked really good. We were both like,
gorgeous.
wow, this is really fun. And I mean, I think Need for Speed The Run was kind of, you know, but again, that's a cross-country road trip. This is just like,
Yeah,
what
but
if you
the
could drive
original
fast
Most
cars
Wanted
around
was good, too.
run a thing and just go fast everywhere?
Yeah.
It's exciting. So,
A lot of fun. After that, we saw some Crysis 3.
Crysis 3 looks good.
Looks really
Looks
good.
good. Looks like Crysis. It's what you kind of expect. It looks better than Crysis 2.
Uh-huh.
Not quite as good as Crysis 1.
There was one memorable thing that happened in the gameplay demo, and that was you'd use your bow and arrow to shoot a helicopter and yank it in
Yep.
towards you.
Because guess what? Nanomachines.
Super suits.
Yeah, super suits. But yeah, it looks good. They say they're going for more of an open world thing like they did in the first one, and less of the linear kind of walk down the street like they did in Crysis 2.
Yeah,
So
which is great.
I'm sure that'll go over well.
So, not a lot of details yet. We're hoping that we find out more as we actually see these guys on the floor,
We
have
wanna
our
play the
appointments.
games.
And if we get more details, we will definitely give them to you. You want to be following us so you get those. We are at Rev3Games on Twitter, youtube.com/Rev3Games, and revision3.com/games. You're doing some stuff over on the Detoid channel.
Yeah, that's youtube.com/Detoid. Lots of other coverage going up there. You can follow us on Twitter. It's at Detoid Show. I'm at Max Scoville, and he's A Carboni.
Yep.
And you should probably link the Twitters to your social networks and connect the DeviantArt to your live journal so that you can play FIFA with the
Yeah,
Crysis
if you
3.
hook your Zanga to my SimCity social,
Yeah,
you
gotta
get a free jersey
Right.
for your team
You gotta-
in FIFA that you can drive.
just stop. Just stop it.